5-4 the score. And what has been a great game at Mayo Field between two rivals. Here comes Matthew James. His first pitch to Schultz is low ball 1. Schultz led off the 7th with a strikeout. He popped up back in the 4th, reached out a fielder's choice in the 2nd, and led off the Honkers batting tonight with a single way back in the 1st. The 1-0 is upstairs. That actually rattles off the home plate umpire. 2 balls and no strikes as the catcher was not quick enough to go get it, was Fricky. 2-0 the count. Honkers trying to find a way. Trailed by 3 on 2 separate occasions. They've fought it all the way back within 1 thanks to a 7th inning 2-run homer by Joe DeRoche. Their 4 runs have come on 3 separate homers. The 2-0 from James to Schultz on the outside corner, strike 1 called. Schultz, 43 walks on the season, does not have 1 tonight. Here's the 2-1. It's outside, 3-1 the count. A walk puts the tying run on base, the winning run at home plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. The hitter's count pitch. Outside, ball 4. And the tying run's on base for the 2nd straight night. Alex Schultz draws walk number 44. That puts him just 5 shy of the all-time single-season club record. Here comes Miles Mastrobuoni, 1 for 4, singled back in the 1st, grounded out in the 2nd and 7th, popped out in the 4th. A home run wins it, folks. Tying runs on first. See how aggressive they are with Schultz here this evening. He's got a healthy lead at first, held on by Jonah Bride. James from the stretch. His pitch bunt shown, pulled back for strike 1 called. Third baseman Millard is charging down the line. Bride is starting to. Schultz, 13 for 15 in stolen base attempts in 2015 for the Honkers. 0-1 the count. Good lead for Schultz. Pitch from James. The runner goes. It's fouled away. Hit and run was on. 0-2. That's one of those you almost wish he didn't swing. He was going to be safe at second. But it was on. Pitch looked a bit high as well, but can't blame Mastrobuoni for wanting to put the ball in play. 0-2. Schultz had a good lead. He's got to be careful, though, now. The always dangerous Matt Fielder is on deck. He's already got a homer tonight. It doesn't get any easier for Waterloo. DeRoche Duffin will follow, and there's the pickoff attempt, as I figured it would be. Right on cue. Got to be careful after you steal and you get in the pitcher's head, but maybe you can get in his head enough to distract him from the batter. See if Schultz can get a good jump here. Schultz not running. The 0-2 is pulled, just foul. Down the first base side, really yanked it, turned on it. Man, quick hands by Miles Mastrobuoni, but that one is foul. 5-4 is the score. An RBI triple and an RBI error in the 2nd gave Waterloo a 2-0 lead. They added to it on a sacrifice fly by Zach Fricky in the 3rd. Rochester got a run in the bottom half before Waterloo extended it on a solo shot in the 4th by Chris Kelly. The 0-2 is low. A ball and 2 strikes. Pardon me. Rochester cut it to 1 with 2 home runs by Fiedler and Walton in the 3rd before Waterloo extended it with a run in the 4th. They also got a run in the 6th. A 2-run shot by Joe DeRoche Duffin brought it back within 1. Bottom of the 9th, 5-4, nobody outs. The 1-2 is fought off again by Mastrobuoni to stay alive. Tying run is at base. The winning run is on the plate. Should the Honkers win, the Shields Highway 63 Cup will not go back with the Bucks to Waterloo. It will stay in Rochester tonight. Otherwise, it will go down to the final day. The Honkers will have to win tomorrow. James sets. The 1-2 pitch again, just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A good patient approach from Miles Mastrobuoni. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Crowd sticking around, trying to get in it. Some nervous energy around the ballpark. They're waiting to erupt. The stretch and the 2-2. The runner goes. It's swung on and lifted in the air to left field. Long run for Selesky. He does not make the catch. A base hit for Mastrobuoni. And the Hawkers have the winning run on base. For Mastrobuoni, it's his 16th multi-hit game of the season that leads the team, and it brings up Matt Fiedler. And there'll be a word here between Fricke and the pitcher Matthew James. Nobody up for Waterloo. It's Matthew James' game to win or lose. Fiedler 2 for 4, a solo homer and a single. He scored 2 runs and driven in 1. Playoff atmosphere as the crowd comes to life at Mayo Fields. The stretch from James, the infield in, expecting bunt. Strike 1 called. Don't think Fiedler's bunting. But the corners were in there from first and third. Bride and Millard. Nothing in 1 that counts. 10 hits for each team. Waterloo just 1 more run at the moment. Tying run on second. James sets, glances to second. The first baseman, Bride, comes in. The 0-1, bunt now coming. It goes to the catcher. He's got only 1 play. He bobbles it. Throw to first is in time. It's a sacrifice bunt. The winning run's in scoring position. Scored a sacrifice bunt, 2-4. Joe DeRoche-Duffin can win the game with a hit. We had walk-off magic in the 11th last year on the final nights with a Reed Roper homer. Can DeRoche-Duffin do something about it here? 1 for 4, his only hit was a homer. They're going to walk him. They're going to walk Duffin to get to Dempsey Grover, who's 1 for 4 tonight as well. The fans don't like it. It's the smart baseball play here. And maybe why it's tough to bunt in that situation. It's the smart baseball play as ball 3 is delivered. And the Boo Birds are out here at Mayo Field for this decision by the Waterloo Bucks. But the numbers speak for themselves for DeRoche-Duffin. He took him deep just the last time. You can't pitch to one of the best hitters in the league. The Boos continue to shower down. Rochester will have the bases loaded and 1 man gone. Now, I've seen these go away. A wild pitch here would score a run, but ball 4 is delivered safely. And the winning run remains at second. The bases are loaded for our man Dempsey Grover. He's 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Grover this season with the bases loaded, as there's going to be a visit to the mound here by Waterloo's manager. Dempsey Grover with the bases loaded this season is 0 for 3. If he is retired, Adam Walton would come to the plate. Schultz led off the inning with a walk. Miles Mastrobuoni singled, and it was a sacrifice bunt by Fiedler that advanced them to second or third. Joe DeRoche-Duffin was intentionally walked, and now Dempsey Grover can win the game with a swing of a bat or tie it. The tying run 90 feet away. The winning run stands on second base. Schultz on third, Mastrobuoni on second, and DeRoche-Duffin is at first. Matthew James sets from the stretch. The first pitch to Grover, a breaking ball there for strike 1, a beautiful pitch. But not the pitch that Grover would have liked to hit. Nothing in 1 that counts. Base hit wins it. Double play would end it. James taking his time. Crowd coming to life. The stretch. And the 0-1 pitch is upstairs and outside, ball one. This team's been resilient all year long. They're making things interesting. Waterloo has lost 11 in a row. A ball and a strike. Playoff-like atmosphere here at Mayo Field as Rochester tries to stay in contention for the 3rd overall seed and win the Shields Highway 63 Cup. He goes back to the breaking ball, and it's a beaut. A ball and 2 strikes. There is a righty starting to toss for Rochester optimistically in case we get to the 10th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The bases are loaded in the bottom of the 9th in a 1-run ball game. James stretches. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He struck him out. A fastball on the outside corner caught the edge of the zone, and Rochester's down to their final outs. Here comes Adam Walton, 1 for 4. His only hit left the park. The Buffalo Grove, Illinois native, steps to the plate. Walton with the bases loaded this season, 1 for 5. The right-hander digs in to face the right-hander, Matthew James. 2 sons of the land of Lincoln doing battle here tonight. The bases are loaded. Time called as Walton steps out. Schultz on 3rd, he walked. Mastroboni at 2nd, he singled. Fiedler was retired on a sacrifice bunt. Joe DeRoche Duffin, one of the vauntedest sluggers in the league, was issued a base on balls. He's on 1st. Grover struck out. Here's Adam Walton. The first offering from Matthew James on the way. Swung on, check swing. Not called a strike until they appeal, and then it is. DJ Medina calls it strike 1 after the appeal. He definitely went. I thought Campbell should have called it the home plate umpire. He did not, but on appeal, strike 1 called. Honkers down to their last outs, hoping for some walk-off magic. James taking his time, getting the sign from Zach Fricke. 0-1 the count. A glance to 2nd. The 0-1 pitch. A swing, and a late swing at that. Strike 2. Honkers down to their last strike. Waterloo trying to snap an 11-game losing skid here at Mayo Field. Rochester trying to win the Shields Highway 63 Cup. Let's see if he goes back with the breaking ball here. 0-2 the count. James glances to 3rd, then to 2nd, then home, then to 2nd. The 0-2 is skied in the air down the right field line. Long run for Bride. It's out of play. And a fan probably saves the car windshield down the right field line, I should add. Good job keeping that one off his car down the right field line. 0-2 the count. Will do it again. The crowd comes to life once more at Mayo Field. 5-4 the score. Waterloo leads. Crowd continues to clap along. James stretches. Here comes another 0-2 pitch to Adam Walton. It's fouled back. A pair of Fighting Illini doing battle here in Rochester. A pair of teammates last night. Walton got the best of his University of Illinois teammate that plays for St. Cloud. Can he do the same tonight? 0-2. Here's the stretch from James. And the pitch. A breaking ball is up the middle. The shortstop is there. He flips to the second baseman, and that's the ball game. Perry flips to Boyd, and the Shields Highway 63 Cup will have to wait another day before it can come back to its home in Rochester. The final putout scored 6-4, and Rochester leaves them loaded again. The final score, 5-4, but the Honkers will live to fight another day. They can still get it done tomorrow, and they still have the playoff.